Hello, and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2. We are currently playing through CODA. I've refreshed myself, I'm no longer crying, so that's good. The music is still so sad though. Okay, but I'm mentally prepared. We're gonna go into this, we're gonna be fine. I don't even need to give you the synopsis. I think you know what's going on. Everything's just terrible.
ごめん。
Yeah, well, that plus a million other things that you need to say to her.
許す必要も納得する必要もない。これは俺の自己満足だから。謝ったからって許してもらったと思わない。これからずっと背負っていく。
My punishment is already decided. It won't do Setsuna any good, but to me, it's nothing but a selfish decision I've chosen for myself. A punishment that will let the pain of hell remain forever.
そんなことしたら、春樹くん、自分の責任感で潰れちゃうよ。また、5年前のあの時みたいに。
And Setsuna realizes exactly what kind of punishment I'm hinting at.
そうならなくちゃおかしいだろう。5年前のあの時と同じことしたんだから。
Yeah, and clearly, he learned nothing from the experience, so hopefully moving forward he does.
それに。
それに。
I'm already feeling crushed. My punishment began the moment I committed my sin. That's why I can't force the burden of giving me hope upon Setsuna. I can't force the burden of giving me compassion onto her.
だからさ、刹那は。
Setsuna should no longer be by my side.
いいよ。
Oh my god.
よくない。
Yokunai. It's not okay. Because not even I know how much pain awaits us in the future.
もういいよ。
ダメだ。
It's not okay for the best woman in the world to be with the worst man in the world.
だってこれ以上俺といたら刹那は。
タイムリミットだよ。
Time limit.
今は、聞こうよ。カズサのピアノ。
An odd thing to say. What an odd social situation to be in during all these confessions. Before I realized it, the surrounding illumination was gone. The moment Kazusa in her black dress reappears on stage, she is met with an enthusiastic applause, strong enough to break the walls of the building.
カズサの本気、受け取ろうよ。
刹那。
だってこれが、最後の曲、だよ。
The last piece begins. Robert Schumann, Piano Sonata No. 2 in G minor, Op. 22. Once Toma Kazusa is done playing all 4 movements, her concert in Japan will be completely over. She will disappear from my side.
"私はホテルに戻るから、ここでお別れだな。チケット 送っておくから絶対に来てくれよな。春樹、いい加減泣きやめよ。大人のくせにみっともないぞ。
Though the fact that Kazusa herself isn't bawling her eyes out, despite feeling the same feelings that Haruki is feeling, she's stronger than everybody thought she was. She's stronger than Haruki always talked about her. But in that sense, Haruki became Kazusa, and Kazusa had to take on the role of the adult. You know? My eyes, bloodshot from crying, let out one tear after another without any sign of stopping. I'm fully aware of how pathetic I look, but right now I'm powerless to control my emotions.
泣いてすがっても私の決心は変わらないぞ。
More than that, this moment alone is one in which I do not want to hold back. This moment of so much sorrow.
だってお前は私がいなくても生きていけるっていうか、私がいない方が生きていけるから。
けどお前は本当に平気なのか。俺がいなくても大丈夫なのか。
そんなに私のことが心配か？
だってお前は
She's incapable of anything but playing the piano. All vital skills one needs to live a normal life, such as cooking, doing laundry, and housework, are completely unknown to her. Which, like, I'll agree, that's pretty pathetic and pretty terrible, but she's rich. She's rich. Her family is rich. She's an internationally renowned pianist. Like, she could just hire a butler for all of those things. You don't need to stay with someone because of their inability to cook and clean. Like, that's dumb. If she were to lose her piano, if she were to lose the most precious thing to her other than me,
大丈夫。ちゃんと生きてみせるよ。母さんと二人でなんとかやっていく。
本当に
新しい男だってきっといつか見つける。お前がいなくたって私は。
probably don't say that to him right now.
俺を忘れるのか。
嘘に決まってるだろ。お前が心配すると思って無理やり強がったのに台無しじゃないか。
But the idea that I'm worried about Kazusa's future is in itself a lie. In reality, I just don't want to let her go. I don't want to give her over to someone else. I'm just being unreasonable and selfish.
強がらなくていいんだ。我慢しなくていいんだ。俺はそんなもの望んじゃいない。
私が望んだんだ。私よりお前に幸せになってもらいたいって。そのために強がろうって我慢しようって。
カズさん、
強い人間のままで私が愛した出会った時の春樹のままでずっと生きていってほしいんだよ。
出会った時の
うざい。
Oh man, what a throwback. Oh, I love this.
なんて厚かましいんだお前は。下手くそ。 少しばかり融通が利かなくて、けれど堅実で一歩一歩ゆっくりと幸せをつかんでいく。泣くな。電車の中でもう散々泣いただろ、私たち。
You certainly did. 'He is so broken. He is so broken.
私はもう泣かない。日本にいる間は絶対に涙を見せない。だからお前ももう泣くなよ。
It's like definition doing what's best for someone. It's really so good.
Haruki.
We promised. When we cried together, we swore not to cry anymore, to not show our tears. Even so, it's just impossible. Damn it, she's amazing. Kazusa's piano is too amazing. She's moving further and further away from me. Our difference in status was large enough in the first half, and we're growing even further apart in the second half. She's telling me with the movements of her fingers that she's no longer in my league, that our paths will no longer cross. It's frustrating, sorrowful, and lonely. It's so painful that I have no choice but to feel moved.
Kazusa.
To be honest, I'm not sure if the reason I feel moved is because of her performance, or if it's only because of my feelings for Kazusa. Well, probably a little bit of both at least. Whatever it is, I can say with certainty that her performance right now is stabbing at my heart and forcing the tears out of my eyes one after another. She's on a completely different level compared to 5 years ago. Yet, there's something I love in her piano that hasn't changed all this time. At times, she would play along with my awful guitar. At times, she would play along with our unskilled cover of White Album. And at times, she would free herself of us and extend her wings toward the world, like she's doing now. She's turning into someone I can no longer reach. Oh, it's like Tadokanai Koi, unreachable love. Very sad. I shouldn't say that with a smile, but man. Because her feelings are finally reaching. That was the whole thing in the introductory chapter. She didn't know how to get her feelings to reach, and now she's found a way to do that. She's found a way to reach people through her piano.
そりゃ本人も泣いてるからじゃね。
バカかお前。ここ2階席なんだぞ。見れるわけないだろ。
俺が女の涙見逃すはずがないだろ。
Oh, Takaya. Oh, everyone.
いよいよ最終楽章ですね。そうね、これが日本で最後の。大丈夫ですよ、これだけ反応がいいんです。またすぐにオファーが来るに決まってます。来るだろうけどね、私もまた聞きたいですもん。来年も企画しましょうよ、上総さんの日本公演。今度は全国ツアーもいいかもしれませんね。
Well, if only. Yoko knows. She's very well aware.
社長いいわね、それ。私もまた聞きたいわ。本当にもう二度と来日しないつもり？自分の生まれた国と完全に決別するつもり？
ああ、決めた。
けどカズさ、あなたは。
なあ母さん。私あいつのこと諦めたんだ。
それは一大決心したものね。
It's an important decision to make, though.
でもさ、あいつに恋することは一生諦めないから。だからもう会わなくてもいいんだ。
後悔しない？
するに決まってんだろ。だって私あいつのこと大好きなんだぞ。
It's a very, very mature distinction to make, though. I love him, I will regret it, but it needs to be done.
あいつの大したことないところが大好きなんだ。あいつの見た目よりも弱っちいところが、私なんかに引っ張られる愚かなところが、本当に愛おしくてしょうがないんだ。
そう。
まああんたにはバレバレだったと思うけど、それでも誰かに話しておきたかった。私の恋はこんなに素敵なんだぞって。呆れたか？この年になって母親に恋愛の話をする娘のこと。
この年になって娘に恋愛の話をする母親よりはマシなんじゃない？
ありがとう。私もそういう母親になりたかったかもな。
希望捨てないことね。そしたら神様が叶えてくれるかも。
Well, true.
わかった。そうするよ。
Imagining Kazusa as a mom is so, unimaginable to me, though. Because Tomoyoko is her idea of a mom, and she was a very absent mom, and she made a lot of huge, huge mistakes. So let's just hope Kazusa remembers how bad those hurt.
開演5分前です。そろそろ。
それじゃあ行ってくる。
行っておいで、私の自慢の宝物。
そんなこと言うの初めてだな。
Aw.
初めてついでに産んだこと後悔してないからね。
Well, if there was a baseline of things you should say to your children, this is at the very bottom. I don't regret giving birth to you. Okay, well, thanks. There are a million better things you could say, but at least you said that.
愛してる。
Aww.
どうやらまだまだ長生きする必要があるみたいね。頼んだわよ、神様。
せつなとうまくやれよなんて引っかき回した私が言っても仕方ないけど、
カズさ
もし私とのことがバレても諦めるなよ。せつなはその程度のことでお前のことを嫌いになんかならないから。
A fatal character flaw in Setsuna, but she's not wrong.
でも俺は
あいつはさ、私以上に頑固で強情で、私以上に一人の男にこだわってるんだからさ。だから任せられる。私が壊したお前を救えるのはあいつだけだ。
なんでそんな刹那に重荷を背負わせようとするんだよ。
だって私せつなのこと嫌いだから。今日から不倶戴天の敵だから。
That's so sad. In a different world, you guys could have been best friends.
お前な
私にないものを全て持ってるから。私にできないことをできる力を持ってるから。私の愛した男を奪うから。
Kazusa lowered her head as she spoke these words, but immediately afterward, she raised her head with a faint smile. There's no longer any trace of tears.
春樹、今までありがとう。
Within the bustle of the city,
私のために何もかも捨ててくれてありがとう。ひとときだけでも刹那を忘れてくれてありがとう。壊れてくれてありがとう。
our connection is brought down to nothing but the entwinement of our fingertips.
でももうおしまいだ。今からお前は元通りの本当の北原春樹に戻るんだ。刹那の春樹へと。
If our fingertips let go of each other, then Kazusa will disappear into the city, and I'll disappear into the station.
でもな、春樹。私、お前の妻になったこと忘れない。
Oh, that's a big memory. We'll turn our backs on each other without turning back, and the one who looks at the other's face first will be the loser. But there won't be any punishment.
たった一晩きりだったけど、つまらしいこと一度もしなかったけど。
Because if one knows the other is lost, they themselves will have lost too.
それでもあの時、私は間違いなく世界で一番幸せな花嫁だったよ。
That would be our last promise, and the last thing we insist on. Our holy ceremony to conclude our one day as a married couple, and to get divorced immediately after. Oh man.
わかった。
だからさ、
あ
そのさ、
あ、何？
話せよ。笑って別れよう。もう引きずるのやめよう。春樹、お前は
握ってない。お前が手を引けばすぐにほどける。お前はどこへでも行ける。
意地悪言うなよ。お前から話してもらいたかったのに。
And this has been the problem. Nobody has had the strength to pull away from the other person the whole time. Haruki can't let go of either of the girls, and now they can't let go of each other. That's the big problem.
嫌だ。
私を振ってほしかったのにさあ。
できるか、そんなこと。
意地悪。
どっちがだよ。
バカ。
だからどっちがだよ。
She let go. She finally let go. Our hands finally separate, and our bodies start moving in different directions. The last expression that I could see Kazusa make wasn't visible. She was desperately trying to hide her face from me. Okay, and before we get into the last act, I think that's actually a good spot to hold off for now. So, okay, we can do this. Thank you so much for being here with me on this episode of White Album 2's CODA, and I'll be back with the next one shortly. Until then, hope you take care. See you.